Hello and welcome to Real WW Talk. I'm Rikki.
And I'm Candice.
Welcome, Candice. As you guys know who are listening to us, Erin's taking a little break for her health. We'll keep you updated as much as we can in the group, so check out our Facebook group for the most updated information about how she's doing. And as always, keep her in your prayers. We greatly appreciate that.
And so far, she's doing great, guys. You all saw her personality. It's still shining through. So she's doing really, really well.
Yes. But Candice, how was your week? How are you doing?
Oh, I am off of vacation and not happy to be back because, you're never really happy to be back. But I had a wedding that I was in. And, it's one thing to do as a bridesmaid, like, you always have to be careful. I tell people when you sign up to be a bridesmaid, like, it's not just, oh, I get to wear a dress. Like, it's a whole undertaking, like and it's fun stuff, but you feel like it's your wedding day at the end because you're like, I'm ready for this to kind of have be over with. It's a beautiful day. The bride was beautiful. My son was the ring bearer. And Rikki, I think I sent you and Erin the pictures. He had his little bow tie.
Oh my God.
The cutest thing. Like, so cute. Admit it, Rikki. Cutest thing.
Yes. The best ring bearer ever. He won.
I told Rikki, I said, whenever you get married, if that's something that's in the cards that you want, like, he is open for like, when you all see the pictures, like, you're gonna want him. Like,
yes, he's hired. I've already hired him. It's just a thing. Yeah.
It was really nice because I hadn't, I've getting a dress tailored, and like, one thing, if you don't know, a little fun fact about me is I really do not like high heels. I don't like them at all. I find them to be torturous. Like, even if I feel like I were thinner, I don't think I would like them. Like, I feel like they were created by men to torture women. And I know that, like, some women love them. It's not me. I'm the one who wants to wear like Crocs or like those comfort shoes, like people who wear Skechers and stuff. Like, it's not for like aesthetic. It's just like, these are the comfiest shoes that you can find. Like, that's me. So standing up at the wedding in these like heels was probably the worst part. But I feel like the dress looked really, really good. And I got a beautiful, really good tailor. Okay. I now can see the obsession with getting things tailored. So that was
I can relate. I physically cannot wear heels. So I love them and I love the look of them and I would wear them more, but I had to give some away to you. I was hoarding them, like hoping someday I could wear them, but
those are cute and comfy. I don't know what you find cute, but yeah, that's a Rikki. You're able to find things. It's like they're heels, but they don't feel like heels.
To me, they did. And that's why I never wore them.
Well, if you can find more of those, then maybe I'll actually wear heels again because I don't even know what brand it was, but I did. I stole her heels and I never gave them back. And then she was like, I want my shoes back. And she's like, fine, you can have them. So yeah. How was your week?
It was pretty good. I am fully into my summer break and just enjoying every moment of it. It's funny how you wait and it feels like time is just going by so slowly. And then you come to summer and it goes really, really fast. And it's like, before I know it, I'm going to be getting ready to go back to school. So I'm not thinking about that. Those are the unspeakable words of summer.
Stay in the moment, Rikki. Stay in the
moment. Don't even say it. I won't. But I'm enjoying my summer break and just doing all the things that I want to do. So
what's your favorite thing to do in the summer? Like, I'm sure that's like all the things, but is it really the relaxing or is it like being able to go out in the middle of the day and just
it's the middle of the day? Like, I'm going to go to a museum in the middle of a Tuesday at 12:35 and you get roped in with the tourists and things, but I have like, I used to like pretty consistently between some friend groups and then sometimes with my mom, I would go to New York to see a show. And I know I'm seeing one in the fall with some friends, but I'm also going this month to see a show. And in the month of July, I'm going to see a show on a Saturday just for a day trip, New York City. And, I'm just so excited to be able that's what I really like doing in the summer is like doing that and then being able to on a Monday after doing that, just rest.
Yeah. Joy. See what I saw on your face? For if you want to see our faces, come over to YouTube and look, and you will see that Rikki's face lit up when she talked about her New York trip. Like that's what I'm looking forward to, is those
Yes.
moments. Good.
And there's another thing, like what I love about New York is the bakeries, and it's something that I like thought about for years. The last time I went with a friend who, knew that I was trying to lose weight. And so she didn't shame me or anything, but I kind of like thinking about what we talked about last week. I felt shame myself. So I was like, I already got these little those cupcakes by Melissa, those that did the collab. Yeah.
That are so good that you take a bite and it's gone.
Yes, those mini ones. I'd gotten some of those and I was like, oh, my friend's going to judge me if I get more. But they had a Magnolia Bakery I know, in Moynihan train station. It was right there. And I just remember the whole time thinking about it. And so this time I look forward to going back and having that. But it just segues me into this conversation I've been thinking about. Why is it that sometimes we do have that shame with food? And I was thinking about how when we were younger and how we would hear, remember, you are what you eat. You are what you eat. And it goes both ways, doesn't it? Like with, oh, I eat salad, so I'm healthy. I eat cake, so I'm unhealthy. So what is your experience with that phrase and that feeling? Do you feel like you still have those moments where you think about those exciting trips and those foods that you want to eat, but you feel like an association or a certain feeling associated with certain foods?
Yeah, well, it kind of ties into what we talked about last week. A lot of times when I think about food, unfortunately, I feel shame. And I don't like that, because I think that food can be such a positive experience. Like, it doesn't have to be, but a lot of my favorite foods and the things that brought me joy were things that society deems as not good for you, not healthy. And so it when I was younger, like before I kind of had gotten into this whole like body dieting, punishing yourself with like food or not having food world, like I associated certain things with like, holidays, or with, for me, it was like, I used to make Rice Krispie treats with my mom, and my brother for Easter's. Why? I don't know. But like, it brought me joy to eat those things. But as I became somebody who started to struggle with weight, eating them made me feel good. And it was always something I hid. It was always something I hid. So, and I always was praised for eating the good stuff. Like if I ate the vegetable, like you said, you're a good person if you eat the good food, and you're a bad person if you eat the things that are too sugary and stuff. And because I also have family members who have always struggled with their weight, I think they projected a lot on me. So you even bringing it up, it kind of makes me sad, because a lot of the things, because I love, like when you brought up Magnolia, I love Magnolia cupcakes. And the way that I even found out about them was I went on the Sex and the City tour with a friend who loved the show. I don't know, crazy. Back in, oh gosh, I mean, it's been years, but Magnolia Bakery was one of the stops.
Okay.
They're like, you have to have their cupcakes. Like they're known for them, and it's this big thing.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like I loved it. But in the moment, I felt I loved it, and I felt guilt for having it, because I didn't want to be seen as the overweight girl who was eating cupcakes.
So that whole "you are what you eat" is like tied to that. I'm the overweight girl. And that is so real, because I know I've had so many moments where I'm not only thinking about the shame I'll feel about because I'm eating it, but the shame of what association people make. Like if they see a skinny person eating a cupcake, it doesn't matter. And I was like, oh man, she can eat whatever she wants. It's almost revered, especially for women who are skinny, but kind of seem to eat all the things and have, that certain metabolism, if you will. And sometimes that's hiding something that they're dealing with. Like sometimes it's not always metabolism. Maybe they're not fully digesting their food. Maybe they're throwing it out, like that's a whole nother side of the spectrum that women deal with, where they're even judged like for what they eat. So
what I'm finding is that even with me losing, because I've lost a little, been on a pretty good kind of losing streak. And I'm finding that You, like I said, you and I are so similar. Like people and how they respond to me can trigger me. I've said that before.
Yeah.
So I'm finding that with weight loss, there are sometimes permission that people give me to like, oh, well, she's losing weight now. So I don't care as much about the things that she's eating, or I'm not judging her as much. Or maybe that's my perception. It could be all in my head. But it's like, it's kind of like the skinny girl who is always say, well, if nobody's going to start off this buffet, I'll start the buffet off.
Right.
And no one judges her because she's thin. So she's allowed to be hungry. Whereas if I'm an overweight person, I feel like I'm not allowed to be hungry. I'm trying to stay on topic here, but I'm going somewhere with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I feel that right now, like there's more of a permission for me to like the foods that I like, even if it's like a cupcake or something, because people are like, well, she's taking care of her health because she's losing weight. So she's obviously got something that's working. So it's okay. Whereas when I was just gaining weight or at my highest, there was always, I felt like a look. And that look I took to mean, you think that it's wrong for me to have this thing. You think that it's not allowed. So I stuffed down my love of it, and then it made me eat to excess. So, and that makes me sad because, like I said, I really enjoy. There's some things I just truly just love, and I want to be able to love it, and it not be anything other than just I love it.
Right. And also, like, thinking about the flip side of it with healthier foods, it's like I don't want to just be eating a salad because I feel like I will look different if I eat a salad, or I feel like people will look at me differently because it's like, wow, that's really powerful. You're eating a salad. You're a healthy person. And that switch doesn't even come quickly because people may be like, just like they're not necessarily saying, oh, you're eating a cupcake, you shouldn't be doing that at your weight. They may not be saying, oh, congratulations, you're a healthy person because you're eating a salad. Like, but it shouldn't matter what people are thinking or saying. And this is, again, mirroring what we were talking about last week, but like that whole you are what you eat thing. Are we doing it for ourselves or are we doing it for other people?
Do you feel like we use fruits and vegetables as weapons too? Like, just want to let you know, like if you do have the thing that you want, well, I'm getting a salad first. No breadsticks here. I'd like the salad and I'd like the sparkling water with it. Like somehow I'm just letting you know I do have healthy stuff with it. Here's the food that you approve of for me. And I had that. Even though, can I just talk real quick about salads? Because this came up in our Facebook group. And I'm really happy because I think when Erin was with us a couple weeks ago, we had gotten on the tangent of like salads because I had said that I had finished up all of my box. And people were like, oh, well, talk about different salads that we can make. You do know that salads can be some of the most unhealthy things. Like I have learned that over the years. I used to praise anyone who said that they had a salad until I looked at nutritional information. Like between the dressing and the bacon and all the things that you can put in that make a salad like really good. You could have a burger and it could be like 500 less calories, fat, all of that stuff. Like that blew my mind. Like,
so I tend to be picky. So my favorite salad is Caesar. And at the two favorite places I like to get Caesar salad are the Chopped, and the Cheesecake Factory, believe it or not. And I realized, because I had a Chopped salad this weekend, I begrudgingly selected regular, like, because I did a pre-order, selected regular dressing, and I was like, I know I like it doused in dressing, but I know that's not as healthy. So I was like, I'm going to choose regular. It was still doused in dressing. I was so happy.
You're like, oh, darn. I
was like, even just the regular, and the thing I like about the Cheesecake Factory Caesar salad, it is covered in dressing and it's so delicious, but it's not the hell like, but I'm still not shaming myself. I still feel proud of myself when I have a salad because I've been to the Cheesecake Factory or ordered from there before and not gotten cheesecake, but gotten a salad because I actually wanted their salad. I think that's a win, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, what we're talking about right now, like I said, if it brought you any kind of happiness, and in a way, because I think that we always go to the extremes, like, it doesn't have to be like, what if it's just a normal, like you said, I just said, even if it was with the extra dressing, I had a normal portion, made me feel, full, and I moved on. Like
Mhm.
I'm really rebelling against this like all or nothing mentality that I have about
Mhm.
and how it's been infused and inflamed by the opinions of others.
Yeah.
Like it's an epidemic.
Well, so have you ever been in a situation where you've had a potluck or something? I'm just thinking specifically when the year was wrapping up at school, we were having a potluck. And it's like everyone took kind of a while to figure out what they wanted to bring.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's always someone who's like, I guess I'll bring the vegetables. Like,
Mhm.
because you do want balance. You
The
don't want
veggie
to,
tray, yeah.
right? But then nobody touches it.
Mhm.
Nobody touches the veggie tray. So it's like we have this whole perception of this is what we should be doing. Everybody wants to be healthy. Everyone's like people want to contribute that healthy thing, but why is it that the healthy thing is the thing that's the most taste like I think about veggie trays there. First
Yeah.
of all, half the time you've got like celery that's like half brown. Like I like celery, it's
Mhm.
fine. But like the dips that you put them in are not the healthiest thing either. So it's like you have this thing that tastes like cardboard
Mhm.
paired with this thing that you mask the taste of it with. I might as well have the
Mhm.
bagel or I might as well have the donut hole.
Mhm.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No.
But just for the purpose of saying like sometimes you have you ever put celery on your plate because you feel like you
Yes.
should.
Yes. Now under it is all the ranch dressing. Absolutely. Okay. Like I'm the one who gets but mine is the broccoli because I like broccoli. And they have always
But
have
the
like the
raw
raw broccoli.
broccoli, you
Because to me, I'm like extra healthy, okay? So you can't judge me because I have the raw broccoli. It's the crunchy
that
stuff.
is so hard to eat.
But under it is like maybe 4 tablespoons of ranch dressing. A little bit over here. Like, so after it, I'm just really just using it as a funnel
Because
for the
it takes you
dressing.
10 bites to eat it.
And I only really eat the florets part. And I'll leave the stalk like over to the side. But it's not again, it's the perception. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to give off. And I really do think that also impacts how we incorporate things that are healthy. And I don't want to say
Mhm.
healthy because it is healthy.
Yes, yes.
Why is it that I don't want to try radishes? Or why is it that I don't
Mm.
want to? Because I think of it as this tasteless, bland, like beating, like you don't
Mhm.
like me and this is going to make me, you just want me to have it because you think I'm fat, like as
Right.
opposed to like the health benefits. And one of the things
Mm.
I've loved about our podcast or even how we're approaching things is there a way to make it where it is also, it's not something that you don't want to do. You're like, no, I actually have made it in a way that makes it taste good, that makes
Mhm.
this, like the sweet potato, putting a little cinnamon or even Erin with her little bit of mint with things. Like,
Right.
what can we do to jazz it up where it doesn't feel like a punishment? Or I'm
Mhm.
actually quite looking forward to the celery because I love it
Mhm.
made this way. I
Yeah.
don't usually give myself enough. I don't try to experiment enough to make it where it could be something that I love.
Mhm.
It has to come by, a lot of times it comes by accident. When we were talking about our salad that we
Mhm.
love from Baked by Melissa, the one that I made, like that was
Yes.
an accident that I found. Like it was, I made it on purpose, but
Right,
I
right.
surprisingly wanted to keep making it because I swore I wasn't going to like it.
Mhm.
Because I thought of it as like, well, I should make a salad because I've been eating all of her cupcakes, so I might as well do the salad part, and even it out here.
Yeah.
So,
And I
yeah.
think we are creatures of habit. So
Mhm.
if we decide, okay, this is the healthy thing and I'm putting on my plate, sometimes it's easier to get that. Like that's what I do. I get either the mixed bag of the microwavable, steamable, like
Mhm.
broccoli, cauliflower, carrot mixture, or I just get the broccoli, spray some, I used to do the spray butter. I try to do a little bit of real butter or olive oil now instead of the spray butter, but it's like those things that I just put on repeat, and then of course I'm sick of it after a while.
Yeah.
It's
And I
not
think
enjoyable.
there's a part too that we've discussed about having to kind of manage our 5-year-old or inner 5-year-old and know
Mhm.
that even when we're talking about what we love or the things that make us like really happy or don't like, realistically, we know as adults, like, I can't every single, or I shouldn't and won't every single day just eat to
Mhm.
excess things that are really high in I don't know, sugar or other things, because it doesn't make me feel good. And for my body, it's not good. I need to have certain things
Mhm.
to keep me healthy in terms of nutrients and other
Mhm.
things. I've had to push past that because I think for a long time I thought I was getting away with something. Like, oh well, everybody else can needs vegetables, but like I'm okay. My body doesn't
Mhm.
really need. No, everybody
Right.
needs fruits and vegetables and water, and I need to
Mhm.
drink it all the time. Like that's not punishment.
Yeah.
That's adulting, or that's just being a good steward of your body. The same way you also
Right.
need to like stay within maybe a budget for money. It's
Mhm.
not punishment. It's
Mhm.
actually the opposite. It's showing yourself love.
Yeah. And I think when we think about how, like, if you like to go back this far, if you think about developmentally and through the
Mhm.
lifespan of like generations of humans, like things have become so easy for us to access,
Yeah.
but really our bodies were made to have these things. So when we like think about, the first humans and, walking around in the
Mhm.
times of, the Bible, like they weren't putting a microwave meal in and then going to get a donut. Like
Right.
they weren't eating processed foods, like they
Mhm.
were eating from the land and all that. So it's like, am I expected to go out and forage for my own food?
No.
No. But should I have a diet that includes like vegetables on a daily basis? Yes. And it's hard when you have grown up with all processed foods. And that's a whole nother thing. I mean, there's have you heard the term of like food deserts
Mhm. Mhm.
and how, there are areas of the, thinking about specifically in the United States, I'm not sure. I don't think this is an issue as much in other countries, but, where there are like areas where they're just fast food or convenience stores or stores that don't have fresh produce. And so the people there are kind of forced, especially if they don't have access or funds to be able to go further to like a Whole Foods or something like that, where they're getting Twinkies and they're getting, like kind of mystery meat type
Mhm.
chicken nuggets and they don't have the same access to education about what to eat.
Yeah.
So it's like that empowerment really should make those of us who have the access a little more encouraged to say, I can, if I have a Whole Foods in my neighborhood, maybe I can have a salad every day.
But also I think changing, I don't know about you, but when I am, because it goes ebbs and flows, but when I am being more well-rounded with my nutrition
Mhm.
and adding in, whether by force or by desire, more fruits, vegetables, all of those things, or just cleaner eating,
Mhm.
my body does respond in that. Some ways I tend to want more of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The same way, if I am not, and I'm
Mhm.
eating out more, or I'm not eating as, cleaner foods, I tend to want the foods that are not as clean.
Mhm.
So our bodies are really smart. I guess that's what I've
Yeah.
learned, that
Yes.
even with training your palate, like there's times that when you're not eating a lot of sugar, things, and when you start to eat sugar again, you're like, that's really sweet.
Mm.
That's just not like
Mhm.
regular sweet. That's like really sweet.
Yeah.
Same with salt, where if you're
Yeah.
not eating a lot of salt and you do eat, and you're like, isn't that's it's really salty. I didn't know that
Right.
it was like that. Have you found that for yourself, or is that just me? Like I find that
No.
quickly,
Yeah.
my body's sensitive to the
Yeah.
changes that I make.
I never thought that would happen to me, and I even kind of like I never made faces or had bad thoughts about people who said it, but I was kinda like, "Ugh."
I'm so sure. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't know what that means. But fairly recently, so my church offers donuts to volunteers. And for a while, they had done Dunkin' Donuts, and every now and then I would have one for breakfast. But they had Krispy Kreme one week. And I'd love to know the nutrition difference between those donuts and like regular like ones. But I had a Krispy Kreme, and I would like instantly felt like almost like I couldn't finish it, and I
Yeah.
took
I
one for the
powered
team,
through though.
but I remember, like, not fully enjoying it, like, and
Mhm.
I the next time they had them, I didn't get one
Okay.
because it was just not it was too sweet. It
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's like you said, I'm no quitter. All right. I'll power through. I need to. Okay. But as my even my appetite may be not as bountiful as it was before. Like sometimes I'm finding it with my portions has, it's changed where only a few fries may be enough versus, supersized fry versus the regular fry versus a small fry, like being content with the small and not because I'm punishing myself. But yeah, it's that's also a mental issue. Like that's mentally hard because you're like, no, like I liked this before.
Right.
And I could do this before. And it's almost like I'm challenged, like, stop it. Like when did we become, when was this our life? Like I'm not that person who's like, oh, I just need a small, not me. Like it's weird to have to like embrace a new kind of way when you do make the changes. Cause I think sometimes we're fighting so hard to, I don't want to say to be trifling, but like we're fighting so hard to be the way that we have been.
Right.
But also to have the benefits of not being that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even like with our, whether it be fruits and vegetables or portions or water or whatever, how do we embrace like, no, like even my identification of what I love or what makes me happy is changing. And that's okay. And then dealing with the people, since we're still talking about how people who will say, I told you so. Yeah, like I told you you'd like that salad with that oil and vinegar. You didn't need all of that Caesar dressing. And you're like, you know what? I did like it, but shut up. Like it's just all of I don't need you because now you're making me annoyed because I do like it with the oil and vinegar, but I don't like that you're right.
Right. And it doesn't have to be like the reason that we're getting this advice that we're trying new things isn't because we want to prove someone wrong or we want to be proven right. Like it's more just like I want to do you know better, you do better kind of thing.
Right.
Like I've learned more about how nutrition is helpful for me. So I want to eat it now. I'm more motivated to eat something like you're talking about the radishes and trying, things that are outside of my comfort zone because I want to help myself.
And me going, ooh, Rikki's going to eat a radish?
Right.
A radish for Rikki? Really? You're like, like having to say, because we can't control other people.
Yeah.
But knowing that those comments are going to come and again, blocking it out, and saying, how can we move forward?
Exactly.
I'm going to try a radish, Rikki. I'm going to try it.
You know what? We had a missed opportunity because the students at my school had a little garden and they were growing them and a few pieces of vegetables like disappeared and we don't know exactly what happened. There's all kinds of wildlife out there.
Okay.
Or it could have been
somebody like broke into the school to steal the vegetables.
Well, it was outside, like out the back of the school, but there were some radishes just sitting on a table for a while because nobody wanted them. So next time they grow those fresh radishes, I'll grab some and we'll
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll tell Erin to tell us the best way to make them, or we'll give them to her if she's.
Erin, hurry up and get better. We have radishes.
That's her next assignment.
There you go.
Well, this has been a great conversation, Candice.
It's always great chatting with you.
Yeah, and we always love extending the conversation in our wonderful community. We have just a wonderful Facebook community where people, we love your comments. We love the conversations you start. So if you'd like to continue to talk about how your experience with You Are What You Eat and how you have dealt with that in your health journey, please continue to share that in the group. We'd love to hear from you in other ways. We're also on Instagram. We're trying to get better with Connect, but we are on there. You can find that in the show notes, which if you're watching us are below where the comments are, especially on YouTube. You can check us out there on YouTube. And also we've got this wonderful podcast. So some of us, you're going for your daily walks, pop us in and just take us with you on that walk that you like to take. So,
and also just we want to say thank you so much to our supporters. If you are enjoying the podcast, we really appreciate everyone who has signed up to be a monthly supporter. We always say you can buy us a cup of coffee. We have a pretty good, robust group who've been with us for now almost 2+ years. So honestly, we from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much for supporting the podcast. We try to make this a very professional and consistent production for you, even when we're all going through our different things. So if you'd like to become a monthly supporter, you'll see the link in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to give a one-time donation, because we know that everybody is in different financial places, there is an option for a one-time donation. And if you'd like to send us an email, you can email us at realwwtalk@gmail.com, or you can send us some fan mail. I think it's funny for it to be called fan mail because we have fans. Thanks. But if you do send us that, if you do that option, we will not be able to respond to you directly because there's not a reply option, but we may be able to shout you out on a future episode. So thank you for all of your support.
Yes, thank you. And we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.